Well, welcome back to the cabin, everybody. It's been a long time, but we're back. Welcome to a gloomy late October day. In a couple days, it's daylight savings time, and then the week after that, it's deer camp. So we need to start thinking about winter because it's getting darker and it's getting colder every single day. So we have lots to do to prepare for the cold, dark winter ahead. Got the fire started so I can hopefully burn up some junky brush. But the first order of business on the agenda this morning is to transfer from the extra woodshed to the burn woodshed and get that stocked full to the brim. I've been going through these wood piles and kind of cleaning them up, and this is typically my burn wood pile, so this is hopefully the driest and the best wood for burning in the wood stove. All of my hardwood like oak and ash, and there's some poplar and birch in there too, but mostly it's pretty good wood. You start taking from this wood pile over here, but this is mostly poplar, so it's not the best to burn, but well, we're gonna fill up this wood box anyway. Well, good news is I got that woodshed filled to the brim. Bad news is I took it out of this one. That's so wet. You know, I bought gutter guards, but they were the wrong size, so I brought them back. Do you think I ever actually bought the right ones after that? Nope. If I was smart, I would have disconnected the downspout and just let everything run right on the ground for the winter. Maybe I'll do that after all. It might not be a bad idea. When I installed this water tank and cover, one of the tips I got was to put some boards underneath here so that the cover did not pond water and breed mosquitoes. And of course I never did that, so I'm going to do that now while I'm thinking about it. I'm going to pull the spout out for winter and put this to bed. Probably going to leave the water in here till after deer season because there's nothing like a hot shower after sitting in an ice cold stand all day long. On second thought, there's really no reason to have this cover on during the winter because I'm not going to be there's not going to be water in here. And I don't want the cover to get wrecked, so I might as well take the whole thing off. Looks a little dirty in there. Probably gonna have to figure out a filter system for next year. All right. That's a big one. Holy smokes. I think that should maybe one more. It's going to be the end of the year. I'll use them up anyway, right? Nice little bunch of carrots for my soup tonight. I like these kaleidoscope carrots. It's kind of like that Forrest Gump saying, you never know what you're going to get. Probably going to have to pick everything and put it away for the winter. When I scrubbed these red carrots, a lot of that red came off, which kind of wanted to keep the red, but it's probably where all the vitamins and minerals are. Don't they say that purple colored vegetables are higher in nutrients or something? Or anthocyanins or anthracins or something. Looking pretty good. I probably didn't need 2 of those pork hocks. The one thing I'm missing is fresh homemade bread. That's what I should have made. But I got busy doing the wood pile and I ran out of time. Well, I'm going to dig in, so I will catch up with you later.
Good morning, everybody. The sun is finally shining after 3 or 4 days of gloom and rain. Got a little ice in the puddles this morning. Got the frost on the windshield. But we got lots of work to do. And we got a lot more wood to chop. So we better get busy.
We got this little bench on the side of the road yesterday. Somebody had it out with a for free sign on it. And I thought it would go good in the bunkhouse for a little bench to sit down and put your shoes on and maybe put shoes in the baskets. The baskets are a little rough. I'm probably going to have to replace those, but I mean, for free, what the heck? It's a little dirty. It needs to be cleaned up good, but figured I'd give it a shot. It's a little bit rougher than I first thought, but it's kind of raining yesterday, and I didn't honestly spend a lot of time inspecting it, but I think it'll work for what like I said, just to put your shoes on and maybe lay like your duffel bag or something, kind of a shelf. These little baskets came with it, and they're pretty rough, so I think I'll replace them, but for now, what the heck? Throw your gloves or your dirty shoes in there. That should work for now. The black kind of matches the decor in here, so. The weather forecast for this winter in this area is for lots of snow and lots of cold, cold weather. Now, I know I've said that for the last 3 years, and we've had really nice warm winters. So my fingers crossed, I'm jinxing the cold weather and we're gonna have a tropical winter. But just in case, we better do some preventive maintenance on the snowblower to make sure it starts when we need it the most. So we're gonna change the oil today and we're gonna change the spark plug. I've had this old snowblower for a lot of years and it has served me well. It was the first one I bought when I bought it was the first, ooh, look at that. That's not looking great. Please say that it's time to change that spark plug. But I've had this blower for, oh my gosh, 30 some years, probably close to 35 years, and I just had that spark plug. What did I do with it? There it is. Hopefully the gap is right, because I don't have a gapper. She's still draining away, so we'll give her some time to get all that oil drained out. Well, it's good to check that off the list. Now when the snow comes, I'll be confident that the blower is going to start and it's going to run well, hopefully for the whole season. I've been saving these pallet boards for probably 5 or 6 years. Well, as long as I've had the shed, so, oh my gosh, over 5 years. I've been saving them for a project that has never materialized, that has never come to pass. So I think it's probably time we can cut these up into kindling for the wood stove. I hope you can hear me okay over the generator. But I'm serious, this is probably like the 5th day of gloomy skies. A couple days ago, the sun came out in the morning and I thought it was gonna be a beautiful day. Nope, sun came out for about an hour and then it was gloomy and overcast the rest of the day. So, needless to say, the house battery is suffering. So it's time to charge it up. that time again. Time to clean the old wood stove. Been burning a lot of wood that seems to have a little bit more moisture in it. That popple, I don't think it was completely dry that I've been burning, so I've been getting a lot more smoke. So I was interested to see how bad the chimney would be this year, but I definitely could use a cleaning. Mostly it looks like flake though, and not a lot of like dripping creosote, so I don't know if that's good or not, but we'll get that cleaned up. Trying to start tape with gloves on isn't the easiest thing. Alright, let's take a look and see how she looks. Well, we definitely got to go all the way to the top. Gotta put in another section of rod. I got three sections in there now, so I can get all the way up to the cap. So there's the cap right there. So perfect. Let's take a look. Looks pretty good. I think we're gonna call that. Now we gotta get that last section outside and get that cleaned up. Now I gotta clean the GoPro up. See what I go through to bring you guys content? There. She's all cleaned up for the season. Well, it wasn't a very exciting day for video. I did some stuff to get ready for deer hunting, and I've been chopping wood and stacking wood all day, so I'm sure you guys don't want to watch 20 minutes of me splitting wood. Well, here comes the snow. Didn't quite get that wood pile finished yet. Probably should have been working on that yesterday. But tomorrow's deer season, so there was lots of things to do for that and to get ready for the kids. I got the rest of my life to stack wood. I bought one of those rotisserie chickens from the grocery store for $9 or whatever they are. I got all the meat scraped off of it, and now I'm just boiling down the carcass because this will be my stock to make homemade chicken noodle soup tomorrow when everybody's cold and sitting on the stand. At least they'll have a nice hot lunch to come in. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another beautiful day up north. I'm not going to hunt today because my son is coming later this afternoon, and he wants to hunt tomorrow morning. And I think I'm probably going to let him take a doe, so I'm just going to stay out of the woods and try not to scare everything away. But the reason I brought you out here this morning is I wanted to show you my friends. Every morning when I come out, I feed my chickadee friends, and they have learned to recognize me and equate the fact that I am the one who brings them food. So if I'm out in the woods somewhere, sometimes the swarm will come and find me, and they'll fly around me and land right in front of my face to remind me, hey, we need some seeds. So this morning, let's take a look. I think I can probably, so this morning, they're all rallying up here around the picnic table, and they start to try to get my attention, which is funny because they'll fly over by me. So let's say I go for a walk over here. Let's see if they're gonna follow. Oh, see how long it takes for them to follow me. Oh, imagine that. Look at that. There's my friends right there. Yeah, they're literally landing right above my head trying to get my attention. Chickadee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Chickadee-dee-dee-dee-dee. All right, let's go get you some breakfast. Look at them all swarming me. All right, guys, let's go get some breakfast. Come on.